Personal boundaries are crucial for healthy relationships and a balanced life. Imagine a world where we didn't have fences, guardrails, or territories. It would be chaotic, wouldn't it? Similarly, in the landscape of our personal lives, boundaries serve as protective barriers, keeping us safe from the chaos of overstepping limits and unwelcome intrusions. Setting personal boundaries is like drafting a manual for how we want to be treated. It's about recognizing our worth and respecting our own needs and feelings. It's about giving ourselves permission to put our mental health first, to say no without guilt, and to step back when we need to. Boundaries can be as diverse as we are. They can be rigid, porous, or somewhere in between, reflecting our unique needs, values, and experiences. It's not a one-size-fits-all scenario. Understanding and setting your personal boundaries is a journey of self-discovery. It's about knowing your limits and honoring them. So, are you ready to embark on this journey? There are 4 main types of personal boundaries: physical, emotional, intellectual, and time boundaries. Let's start with physical boundaries. Picture a young woman named Lucy. Lucy is a friendly individual who loves spending time with her friends. However, one of her friends has a habit of hugging her too often, making her uncomfortable. She realized that she needed to set physical boundaries, explaining to her friend that she prefers less physical contact. This action not only made her feel more comfortable, but also helped her friend understand her personal space needs. Next, we have emotional boundaries. Consider the story of a man named Mark. Mark loved his parents, but they were always meddling in his personal affairs, causing him emotional distress. He realized that he needed to set emotional boundaries with his parents to protect his mental health. So, he had an open conversation with his parents, explaining that he needed space to make his own decisions. This not only improved his emotional well-being, but also his relationship with his parents. Now, let's discuss intellectual boundaries. Take the case of Lisa, a college student. Lisa felt that her study group was always dismissing her ideas. This constant dismissal made her feel undervalued and stifled her creativity. She realized the importance of setting intellectual boundaries, voicing her concerns to her study group. This not only improved her self-esteem, but also encouraged her group to value diverse opinions. Finally, we have time boundaries. Let's look at the life of a busy working mother named Sarah. Sarah was always on the go, juggling between her work, her kids, and her household chores. She realized she needed to set time boundaries to ensure she had enough time for self-care and relaxation. She started by allocating specific hours for work, family, and herself. This not only improved her overall well-being, but also made her more efficient in her tasks. These stories highlight the importance of recognizing and setting your own personal boundaries. Setting personal boundaries might seem challenging, but with a few steps, you can start the process. Begin by reflecting on your comfort levels and needs. What makes you feel stressed or uncomfortable? Identify these areas and recognize them as your personal boundaries. It's important to communicate these boundaries clearly and assertively. Use I statements to express your needs and feelings. For example, instead of saying, "You're too close to me," you might say, "I feel uncomfortable when you stand so close to me." This approach makes it about your feelings and needs, rather than blaming the other person. Another crucial step is learning to say no when necessary. It might feel hard at first, but with practice you'll find it liberating. Saying no means you're valuing your time, your energy, and most importantly, yourself. Remember, it's your right to set boundaries and protect your mental and emotional well-being.